Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Whatever today is for you, whatever day of the week it is for you, and whatever weather it is for you, whether it's raining or snowing, or whether it's day or night, welcome. Leave a like, share with your friends who you think would also like this type of content. In this video, I decided to just shoot my workout and voice it over with what I'm talking about in this video. I won't be explaining how to do each exercise if that's what you were thinking. But today, I decided to wake up super early and record in the gym like I usually do, but this time it was intentional. The night before, I told myself that I'm going to work out and record at the same time. First, it was an idea from outer space that my whole body was very fond with, my taste buds especially. I could almost taste victory before actually coming out victorious. But the electrons that my head emits, since it's so strong, are so repulsive to excuses that my soul and body all agreed at the same time that that's exactly what was going to happen at 4 in the morning on July 18th of 2023. Or it might be July 19th or July 20th when you watch this. So you might be thinking that I'm not that much of a genius and that I'm too much invested in myself, or that I'm crazy because I choose to come down here to the gym every morning, every day, and stare at myself in the mirror, looking angry. Like, who am I intimidating, right? Like, why do I do that, you ask? I won't tell you why I do that, but I will tell you why you probably clicked on this video. And it's probably because you know me, which I don't mind. Just make sure you let me know by liking the video, because I'm really out here recording myself. Like, come on. I understood since a very young age that learning things was the most fun thing. Even making mistakes for which I would usually get yelled at by my teachers. Other classmates used to just giggle and sniff while still having their head down with their pens in hand. But after school, we all end up just laughing at the whole thing. In my opinion, gym is the same thing. I go in the morning because the day before, I'm prepared. I already have my 4-day split that I'm already used to doing for like 4 years, damn near in the same gym. I know what exercises I need to be doing for each split day. I usually have no days off from the gym unless I feel super tired, or if I'm just lazy. I'll just be honest. And even if I'm super sore, I'd sometimes come and just do cardio or light ab work, sometimes like that, something like that. Yeah, it's like school. Like I said, I used to hate going to school early in the morning, in elementary school especially, except in 7th grade. That's when I was going to school at nighttime. But who really cared? Like, when I walked to school, I was damn near sleepwalking most of the time. I have to walk slower and it's cold outside, so yeah. My favorite subject in school is math. Mathematics is easy if there's an application for it. If you guys remember, in school they would teach us these formulas and functions that for some of us it would be hard to memorize and understand how they worked in certain problems at the same time. I was that kid for some time, especially in middle school, trying to memorize everything, every formula, each variable stands for, what each variable in each formula stands for, and how to solve for each variable, memorizing as much as I can for the test. I was that kid that did the math. It was later on during high school that I convinced myself that it was basically okay to go online and look up answers, or go on YouTube and search up for subjects that I didn't understand in class. It's not that I had to convince myself, to give myself the permission. And not only that, other kids were doing it, but also that I realized that it's almost meant for it to be like this. I knew since a very, like, a young age that school wasn't everything, like in life. I knew that kids always cheated in school. I saw fights. I saw teachers breaking up fights. I knew that kids could get in trouble for any reason in school, but because there was always an authority to respect, I knew that school wasn't the ultimate, like the castle where all the principles of the universe lay. Outside of school, I was always involved in sports, and even if I had no practice in particular days after school, and let's say my parents weren't home, I would just stay in class. Me and my teacher, two of us, or it would be like two or three more kids. We would be reading, writing short essays, or just doing some other school work for real. We acted like we were some college students in elementary school. Time kind of passed more smoothly for me when I stayed in school. It was dark. We were in class doing homework, like for real, like doing homework. Oh, and by the way, the class I was in from first to seventh grade was A class. Okay, so what does that mean? I'm not flexing, but I was always kind of smart. I knew how to move, you know. I wore a suit all throughout my elementary school, too. If you didn't know, I was drippy as well. But anyway, I just noticed that as opposed to spending my after school hours playing outside with my friends and doing homework, either at home or in school, after being in school for the whole day was so much better for me. It was just so much more brain stimulating than running around at nighttime out of breath and then trying to get myself to bed, you know. Since the beginning of me being in school, and as far as I can remember, all my teachers throughout elementary school had some type of computers. They weren't Macs or like Surface Pros, but they were computers. You know, it was like around 2006. So yeah, and starting in high school, and for me, the computers were basically integrated in our education platform. So it basically opened the door of the internet for us. I never had an urge to go and look up answers online when I was in high school, but to be honest, it was because the work itself wasn't that hard. I did it myself, especially math. Luckily, I enjoyed it enough that I didn't. It wasn't hard for me. It didn't make me go and look up answers, you know. The reason why I say this while working out is because school and the gym are connected. Since starting high school, I did enjoy mathematics, but since it was mostly easy for me and the most enjoyable, like I didn't have to try hard. I didn't have to try hard, you know. I just had to know the formula and how to use it. Subjects like English, language, and literature, history, basically classes where I had to read a lot and answer a bunch of prompts on those readings. I naturally spent more time doing that than mathematics. I spend more time reading and more time thinking how to write this essay, you know. I could have just picked regular English classes and kept going with math, but math doesn't go forever, you know. There's only a finite amount of concepts I can know in math. In English, you can write a sentence like 1,000 times, all differently. In my first college year, I took an intro to ethics and intro to philosophy courses. It was the second year, or I think it was the first year. I don't know, I don't remember. But anyway, while I was taking those classes, I was also taking English and psychology, and only one math class, which was Calc 2 and 3, for 1 year. Now, guess what I was doing throughout all those years while I was going to school? And every day on the metro, I was working out. I found the time every day because it doesn't take the whole day. Just once in 24 hours. It's like math, it's simple. But when I started working out in my sophomore year in high school, it was also so simple. Not much homework. The only homework I had was from my favorite subject, was math. And I visited the gym every day voluntarily because I found split training fascinating. The fact that I could just set up this daily system where I rotated my workouts every day, waking up every day, knowing what I'm hitting in the gym, was the best feeling in high school. But I became a junior and then a senior in high school. I spent more and more time reading, not because I wanted to, but because it was, assigned. But to be honest, I didn't mind it. I just kind of made me it just kind of made me lose track of time when I was reading, um, and it made me harder for me to focus on math. And I just decided to um, do math after doing English, you know. And I promise I'm going to land the plane soon. Okay. So as schoolwork was piling up during my first year in college, I didn't panic at all. I knew that if I didn't feel like reading and annotating an article that I'm supposed to, I could just do some research on my psychology paper, or I could just do some calculus work, or if my brain was too fried for that, I would just literally close my laptop, you know, just like close my laptop like that. And guess what I'd do? I'd go to the gym. I'd come right here. You know why? Because it's simple. You don't have to think about it. It's like math, you know, the equation. You know the equation. You know the variables. You got the answer. And right after the workout, my brain would typically feel a bit better, a bit sturdier, you know. And then I'll go back home and do some math and whatever studying I'm gonna do. So yeah, if you're struggling to focus on your schoolwork, I suggest you go on a walk, or go on a treadmill, or just move some dumbbells. The best thing to do is create a split like me, and know what split you're hitting on each day. So for example, you could do legs on one day, chest, triceps on the second day, back and biceps on the third day, and shoulders and traps on the fourth day. Or you can mix match, or you can replay that whole thing, you know, however you want to do it. Integrate abs and cardio into all of these workouts, meaning you have to do cardio and abs each time you do these daily splits. If you want to integrate some push-ups and some other things, you can. Notice how I said integrate, okay? So just like in math, when we come to the gym, everything in the gym should be working in our advantage. Everything that we're doing should be integrated into us. I could just tell you to go and do pull-ups, you know. Go do pull-ups in the gym. Okay, you might ask, okay, well, how much? I would say just go and do as much as you can. You go and do like 3 sets of 10 and go home. The following day, you go and do 3 sets of 9. And then you go home. The following day, you go and do 2 sets of 9. I'll come by and tell you, yo, why are you doing less and less? You'd probably blame me and tell me that it's my fault that I didn't specify, that I didn't teach you. It's like a function, right? You say, if I give you f of x, and say the value of y, it's all on you. You know, the value of y, it's all on you. Like you can choose whatever the value of y. Of course, that's what you'll do. You know, you'll start bullshitting around. Well, I'll tell you this: take 1 hour out of your day every day. Decide which hour is going to be like months before, and stay consistent. Okay, let's say it's from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Run half a mile, have 5 minutes of rest. Do 5 sets of 12 reps of each exercise. 1 minute in between each set. Have some water. Finish off with abs on the bar with some more cardio. Boom. 1 hour has passed. You did your thing. You're done. It's much simpler to integrate when there are set boundaries, aka how many sets and reps, and the known axis of integration, aka the body part you're hitting that day. Anyway, that's my spiel for the day. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, don't forget to do your math.